Lesson 9, page 92. The bird's eye. Here are some statements. If you agree, tick right it in yes. If you disagree, tick in no. I like to read storybooks. I like to write a story on my own. I don't like to tell a story to others. I don't like to listen to stories. I like Thakurmar Jhuli. I like the comics of Nonte Fonte. I have read the Ramayana. I have read the Mahabharata. Let's read. It was a bright and sunny morning. A large group of young boys gathered beside the woodland with their bows and arrows. But they were not just ordinary boys. They were the 5 Pandavas and the 100 Kauravas. The 5 Pandava brothers and 100 Kaurava brothers were cousins. But a fierce rivalry between them began to grow even when they were only children. Page 93. The royal children learned the skills of using weapons from Dronacharya. He was one of the greatest Brahmin warriors of his time. He had learned the secret of powerful weapons from the great Parashuram himself. The Pandavas and the Kauravas were quick to learn. They soon picked up various skills. All the princes learned the use of all the weapons. Each of them had their own favorite weapons. Duryodhana and Bhim favored the mace. Yudhishthir's choice of weapon was the spear. Arjun was fascinated by bows and arrows. The twins Nakul and Sahadev were most comfortable with swords. The Guru treated all his disciples equally, but he liked Arjun the most because Arjun practiced this art with great concentration. Soon he became the best archer of all. Duryodhana and his brother Dushashan did not like this at all. Silently a feeling of dislike grew in their hearts towards the Pandavas. One day they openly criticized their Guru for showing favor towards Arjun. They told him that they were not any less skillful in archery. As reply to their criticism, Dronacharya arranged for a test to pick out the best archer among them. On that particular day, Guru Dronacharya asked the children to gather by the woodland near his ashram. He had placed a wooden bird with a prominently painted eye on one of the trees. Page 94. The teacher called all his disciples and said, "Look, my children, a bird is sitting on that far-off tree. You have to hit the arrow exactly in its eye. Are you ready?" Everyone nodded. First, the eldest Yudhishthir was invited to try his skill. When Yudhishthir was ready, Dronacharya asked Yudhishthir, "Please tell me what you can see." Yudhishthir replied innocently, "Gurudev, I can see you, the tree, people around me and the bird." Dronacharya replied, "All right, leave your bow and arrow and go." Yudhishthir was surprised, but he obeyed his Guru. He silently walked back to his brothers without a question. Next was the turn of Duryodhana. Dronacharya asked, "Oh, the eldest brother of Kaurava, may I know what is visible to you at this point?" Duryodhana replied, "Gurudev, I can see the bird, the tree, the leaves, the fruits, another bird." But before he could complete, Dronacharya said, "You can go." Duryodhana was wild. He threw the bow and arrow to the ground and stood aside. Similar questions were put to Bhim, Nakul, Sahadev and others. From them too, Dronacharya got similar answers as those given by Yudhishthira and Duryodhana. Lastly, it was the turn of Arjun. He was ready with his bow and arrow. The Guru asked him, "Oh Arjun, will you tell me what is being observed by you?" "I can see only the eye of the bird," replied Arjun without breaking eye contact with his target. 95. "Can't you see the trees and the sky or perhaps the branch where the bird is sitting?" His teacher asked. "No, Gurudev, all I can see is the eye of the bird and nothing else," said Arjun, holding his bow steadily. Now Dronacharya was very glad. He praised Arjun for his immense concentration. With a smile on his face, Dronacharya said, "Shoot." With a loud twang, the arrow sprang from the bow and struck the bird's eye. Dronacharya turned to the other princes. He said, "Did you all understand the point of this test?" Always remember, when you aim for something, you must look at the target and nothing else. Only with intense concentration can one strike the target. All of you saw other things like the trees, the fruits, the leaves, and the people because you were not concentrating on the task given to you. It was only Arjun who had actually concentrated, so now all of you know why Arjun is the best student. Dronacharya's test silenced the Kauravas and all understood that Arjuna was indeed the best archer. Gathered, got together. 4. I can see only the eye of the bird, said A. Dronacharya, B. Dushashan, C. Arjun. 5. All the children gathered by the woodland near a small hut where Guru Dronacharya lived, B. a pond where a crane lived, C. a palace where their parents lived. 6. Duryodhan was A. the eldest brother of the Pandavas, B. the eldest brother of the Kauravas, C. the youngest brother of the Kauravas. Page 98, Activity 3. Fill in the chart with information from the text. 1 is done for you. Name of the prince Yudhishthir, his favorite weapon spear. Favorite weapon mace, কার সেটা লিখতে হবে। তারপরে দেওয়া আছে sword, কাদের ফেভারিট ওয়েপন লিখতে হবে। তারপর নেম অফ দ্য প্রিন্স অর্জুন, his favorite weapon লিখতে হবে। Activity 4. Let's answer the following questions. 1. Who was the guru of Dronacharya? 2. Where was the bird placed? 3. What did Yudhishthir see? 4. Why did Dronacharya like Arjun the most? 5. What is the most important in hitting a target? Page 99, Activity 5. Write the opposite of the following words. You will find the words in the above story. The first letter of each word is given in the box. 1. Dark. There আছে B. হবে bright. 2. Sad. There আছে G. হবে glad. 3. Never. There আছে A. হবে always. 4. Worst. there আছে B. better হবে। 5. everything there আছে N. nothing হবে। 6. invisible there আছে V. visible হবে। Activity 6. Match the words in column A with their meanings in column B. Column A disciples, students, meaning column B তে আছে হবে students, royal, majestic, immense, intense, silence, kept quiet, target, goal, prominently, distinctly, observed, noticed. Activity 7. Let's fill in the gap with words given in the box. Box আছে surprised, fierce, invited, please. 1. We were dashed to hear the sad news. 2. The players are dash for the game. 3. Always try to keep yourself away from dash animals. 4. Dash give me a glass of water. 5. Renuka dash all her friends on her 10th birthday. Activity 8, page 100. Let's write a or an or the in the boxes below. 1. He always speaks dash truth. 2. Neela has seen dash Taj Mahal. 3. Mr. Sen is dash honest man. 4. Amol is drawing dash map of India. 5. Dash Ganga is a holy river. 6. Have you seen dash owl? 7. Grandfather gave me dash doll. Activity 9. Let's look at the picture below. 101. Let's fill in the blanks with words from the box and describe the room. Box আছে from, in, under, into, beside, on, at. 1. There is a table dash the center of the room. 2. There is a vase dash the table. 3. Some flowers are dash the vase. 4. A dog is lying dash the table. 5. A fan is hanging dash the ceiling. 6. A bookshelf is dash the door. 7. A cat is walking dash the room. Let's learn. Look at the words below. You will find them in the text. Equally, exactly, steadily, openly, innocently, silently. Such a word modifies a verb. Example, Yudhishthir replied innocently. Here the word innocently modifies the verb replied. The Guru treated all his disciples equally. Similarly, here the word equally modifies the verb treated. Such words are called adverbs. Let us also remember that an adverb also modifies an adjective. Example, Dronacharya was very glad. Here the word very modifies the adjective glad. Page 102, Activity 10. Some words are given below. Let's put a tick beside these words which are adverbs. 1. Silently. 2. Now. 3. Remember. 4. Soon. 5. Aim. 6. Only. 7. Loud. 8. Near. 9. Try. 10. Exactly. Activity 11. Let's fill in the blanks with the adverbs given below. They are very, never, always, carefully, bravely, honestly, near. 1. We opened the lid box of the box dash. 2. The man was dash poor but he lived dash. 3. We should dash try to help others. 4. Yesterday there was an accident dash Renu's house. 5. Soldiers fight dash for their country. 6. I dash went to a zoo. Let's walk together. Let's look at the set of pictures below. The pictures are telling us a story. It is a story from Betal Panchavinshuti. Page 103 te khali chobi ache. 104. Look at the sentence below. They are not in order. Arrange them serially according to the order of the pictures in page 103. One is done for you. এটা সাহায্য নিয়ে করতে হবে। Lesson 10, page 105. A great social reformer. Let's begin. Look at these pictures. Let's talk. Who are these people? Why are they famous? এখানে ছবি আছে রাজা রামমোহন রায়, স্বামী বিবেকানন্দ, ঈশ্বরচন্দ্র বিদ্যাসাগর আর ডিরোজিও। Page 106. Activity 1. Let's match column A with column B. Column A, Vidyasagar. Started widow remarriage. Vivekananda. Spread the message of brotherhood. Raja Rammohan Roy stopped the evil custom of Sati. Dirozio started Young Bengal movement. The person in column A were all great social reformers. Now let us read about a great woman, a noted social reformer from Bengal. Let's read. She is Begum Rokeya, a remarkable woman whose efforts considerably changed the state of female education in Bengal. Her full name was Begum Rokeya Sakhawat Hossain. She was kind and generous to the disadvantaged women of Bengal and extended her helping hand to the poor and the helpless. She was the pioneer in setting up a school for the poor Muslim girls of Bengal. She strongly believed that modern education for women is absolutely essential for the society to progress. Begum Rokeya was born in an affluent Muslim family. Though she never went to school, Rokeya educated herself through her own interests and efforts. She learned Arabic and Persian at home and received lessons in Bengali and English from her elder brother. She strongly believed that modern education for women is absolutely essential for the society to progress. Begum Rokeya was born in an affluent Muslim family. Though she never went to school, Rokeya educated herself through her own interest and efforts. She learnt Arabic and Persian at home and received lessons in Bengali and English from her elder brother. Her husband Khan Bahadur Sakhawat Hossain also helped her with English. Page 107. Prishtha 107. Some great books written by her both in Bengali and English will be remembered forever. Wardrobe. Open, generous, open-handed, disadvantaged, underprivileged, pioneer, pathbreaker, progress, moving forward, affluent, well-to-do. Activity 2. Complete the sentence with information from the text. 1. Begum Rokeya was born. 2. Her elder brother dash. 3. She never went dash. 4. She wrote dash. Activity 3. Table A and Table B have words with opposite meanings. Let's match Table A with Table B. Table A kind, opposite word cruel, B poor, rich, C advantaged, disadvantaged, D elder, younger. Let's continue page 108. Begum Rokeya wrote extensively on the need for social reform. Some of her famous books include Sultana's Dream, Motichur and Padmorag. She wrote against social injustice and the restrictions imposed on women. Rokeya had immense faith in women's power and proclaimed that without the help of women, a family can never stand. She questioned the gender division of labor and felt that there should be no gender inequality. Begum Rokeya was a strong humanist. She imparted lessons to women on child care and family management so that healthy children, well-knit families could form the basis of a good society. She was the founder of Anjuman-e Khwatin-e-Islam, Muslim Women's Association. Rokeya had a deep belief in the inherent unity of our nation. Extensively, widely reforms positive changes. Extensively, what true? Extensively, widely reforms positive changes, injustice, unfairness, imposed, put a restriction, proclaimed, announced, imparted, gave, inherent, underline. Activity 4. Let's write T for true and F for false statements in the given boxes. 1. Begum Rokeya never thought about others. 2. Begum Rokeya demanded education for women. Page 109. 3. She wrote against social injustice. 4. She never felt the importance of women in a family. Activity 5. Find out the word clusters describing word plus naming word from the above text. Example: social reforms. 2. Healthy dash. 3. Dash women. 4. First dash. 5. Dash humanist. 6. Famous dash. 7. Ideal dash. 8. Dash books. Let's find out the meaning of the following signs. 1. Question mark tells us that it is a question. It is a question mark. 2. Tells us that we stop here. It is a full stop. 3. Tells us that we stop here for a short while. It is a comma. 4. Tells us that a list or a topic follows from here. It is a colon. 5. Indicates the break of a sentence. It is a semicolon. 6. Indicates possessiveness. It is an apostrophe. 7. Indicates surprise, joy or anger. It is an exclamation mark. 110. 8. Indicates a compound word. It is a hyphen. 9. Indicates direct speech. It is a quotation mark. All these signs are called punctuation marks. Activity 6. Put the punctuation marks in the following sentences. The first was done for you. 1. Vivekananda said, all Indians are my brothers. All Indian থেকে brother অবধি punctuation mark দেওয়া আছে আর লাস্টে full stop. 2. I am Rokeya's friend, said the lady. 3. Who are you? Oh, you are wounded. 4. I know there are many birds like crow, parrot, myna. 5. Netaji founded Azad Hind Fauj. 6. Vidyasagar was a social reformer. Activity 7. Let's fill in the blanks with appropriate preposition. Swami Vivekananda was born dash 1863. He was born dash Calcutta. He belonged dash a rich family. Dash those days our country was dash the British rule. Vivekananda felt for the misery dash the Indians. Activity 8A. Let's classify the personal pronouns and possessive pronouns from the passage. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was a great social reformer. He lived in the 19th century Bengal. He worked hard for the betterment of our country. His fight was for abolishing the evil system of sati, and his contribution to the improvement of Indian education will be remembered forever. We are all proud of him. Page 111. Activity 8B. Change the personal pronouns used in Activity 8A into possessive pronouns. One is done for you. Personal pronouns he, possessive pronouns his. Activity 9. Use the following hints. Written 10 sentences about Henry Louis Vivian Desrosiers. Name: Henry Louis Vivian Desrosiers. Date of birth: 18/4/1809. Parents' names: Francis Desrosiers, Sophie Johnson. Place of birth: Entally, Kolkata. School: David Drummond's Dhuramtala Academy. Service: Teacher of English Literature and History, Hindu College. Achievements: Assistant Editor of the Indian Gazette, Editor of the Calcutta Gazette, the East Indian and the Bengal Annual, etc. Notable works: To India, My Native Land, The Harp of India, The Fakir of Janghira, etc. Date: 26 December 1831. 112. Tell your friend about the person you love the most. Tell her or him: 1. The name of the person. 2. Your relationship with the person. 3. Why you like him or her so much. Let's work together. Be a philatelist. We use postage stamps to send letters. Stamp collection is a very popular hobby. Let's start collecting stamps. Take an old unused copy. Collect used postage stamps. Collect stamps of as many countries as you can. Read what is written on the stamps. Use glue and paper hinges to paste stamps in your copy. Your stamp album is ready. Lesson 11, page 113, the finishing point. What is the girl doing in the picture? Which is your favorite sport? Let's read. Razia has been awarded a prize in the annual sports of her school. The prize is a book on Indian athletes. This book contains a chapter on the life of P.T. Usha, the sprint queen of India. As Razia is very eager to know about P.T. Usha, she started reading the book right away after dinner. Pilavullakandi, Pilavullakandi, Thekke Parambil, Thekkeparambil, Usha, generally known as P.T. Usha, is arguably the most famous and successful female athlete from India. Prishtha 114. Her extraordinary performance at the track earned Usha titles like the Queen of Indian Track and Paioli Express. P.T. Usha was born on 27 June 1964 at Paioli, a village in the Paioli district of Kerala. Though Usha was affected by ill health in her early childhood, her promise in sports could be clearly noticed. Against all odds, she succeeded in becoming one of the greatest athletes India has ever produced. She made her first national record in the 100-meter sprint in 1977 when she was just 13 years old. What drove? Sprint, a short, fast race. Activity 1. Let's fill in the chart with information about P.T. Usha. Full name, date of birth, place of birth, first national record. Activity 2. Let's answer the following questions. 1. Who was the Queen of Indian Track? 2. How was Usha's health in her early childhood? Page 115. Activity 3. Let's match following words with their meanings. A. Lived, displayed, ill health, signs, titles. B. Sickness, indications, honors, existed, showed. Let's continue. P.T. Usha could not perform to her ability in the 1980 Moscow Olympics. Even in the 1982 New Delhi Asiad, she could only win silver medals in the 100 meters and the 200 meters sprint. However, at the Asian Track and Field Championship in Kuwait a year later, Usha won the gold medal in the 400 meters with a new Asian record. Thereafter, Usha picked up 13 gold medals at the ATF meets that were held between 1983 to 1989. She finished first in the semi-finals in the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics but faltered in the finals. History repeated itself when, in a nail-biting photo finish by 1/100th of a second, Usha lost the bronze medal. The same incident had happened to another great Indian athlete, Milkha Singh, in the 1960 Olympic Games. On both these occasions, the Indian athletes returned from the Games empty-handed. What drove Asian Games? Faltered, failed, photo finish, close finish. Page 116, Activity 4. Let's put a tick mark for the right answer and a cross mark for the wrong answer. 1. Usha had a memorable debut in the 1980 Moscow Olympics. 2. 1982 New Delhi Asiad was a good experience for Usha. 3. She made a new Asian record in Kuwait. 4. Between 1983 to 89, Usha won more than 10 golds at ATF meets. 5. Usha finished first in the finals in the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. Activity 5. Let's answer the following questions. 1. How was Usha's performance in New Delhi Asian Games? 2. Two Olympic Games are mentioned in the text. When did these take place? Where were these held? Let's continue. In the 1986 Seoul Asiad, when Usha was just 22 years old, she became Asia's sprint queen by winning the 200 meters, the 400 meters, the 400 meters hurdles and the 4x400 meters relay race. The next 5 years saw her grow from strength to strength in the Asian tracks. Usha had become an icon for Indian women athletes and a living legend in Kerala, where newborn babies were regularly named after her. Wardrobe, icon, symbol, legend, famous person or story. Page 117, Activity 6. Let's answer the following questions. 1. How old was Usha when she participated in the Seoul Asiad? 2. Name of the 4 events Usha won in the 1986 Seoul Asiad. 3. How popular is Usha in her state? Let's continue. Usha retired from athletics and married V. Srinivasan in the year 1991, but she made a sudden comeback in the year 1998 at the age of 34 years. To everyone's surprise and delight, she won bronze medals in 200 meters and 400 meters races at the Asian Track Federation meet held at Fukuoka, Fukuoka in Japan. To mark her excellent services to the nation, P.T. Usha was honored with the Arjun Award in the year 1983 and the Padma Shri Award in the year 1985. Apart from that, Indian Olympic Association or IOA honored her with the title the Sportsperson of the Country and the Sportswoman of the Millennium. Wardrobe, comeback, return. Arjun Award, award given for excellence in sports. Millennium, 1,000 years. 118. Activity 7. Write down why the following years were memorable in Usha's life. 1983, 1985, 1991, 1998. Activity 8. Let's use the following words from the box to fill in the blanks. Box আছে sudden, excellent, consistent, colorless, successful. 1. In 1980 Olympics was dash for Usha. 2. Mr. Roy has a dash voice. 3. The enemies made a dash attack. 4. Saurav was chosen for his dash performance. 5. Determined effort made Reshma a dash lady. Activity 9. Let's arrange the following sentences to put them in order. 1. Usha was called Paioli Express. 2. Usha took part in Los Angeles Olympic Games. 3. Usha won the 2 silver medals in the New Delhi Asiad. 4. Usha had ill health during childhood. 1985, Usha received the Padma Shri Award. Activity 10, page 119. Look at the following table and write 8 sentences on Usha's success in the Asian Games. One is done for you. Silver, Usha's medal record in Asian Games. Silver 1982 New Delhi 100 meters. Silver 1982 New Delhi 200 meters. Gold 1986 Seoul 200 meters. Gold 1986 Seoul 400 meters. Gold 1986 Seoul 400 meters hurdles. Gold 1986 Seoul 4 into 400 meters relay. Silver 1986 Seoul 100 meters. Silver 1990 Beijing 400 meters. Silver 1990 Beijing 4 into 100 meters relay. 1. Usha won her first medal in Asian Games in 1982 in New Delhi, Asia. এরপর বাকিগুলো লিখতে হবে। Activity 11. Write 8 sentences in your copy about a famous sports person who has brought glory to our country. Use the following hints. Name the sport person, place from where she or he comes, childhood days, events in which she or he took part, achievement, awards, why you like the person, conclusion. 120. Let's recite. You don't always have to be in the lead if you have the heart to come from behind. Don't give up hope. Don't doubt yourself, and a new strength is what you will find. The spirit of competition, the desire to succeed will always be important for life. So give your all, everything you have got, no matter the occasion, through pain and strife. So step up to the plate, enter the race, never be afraid to take your turn. Winners are people who just never quit, and this is a life lesson we all will learn. Let's work together. Make a scrapbook, collect pictures of your school sports day. Lesson 12, page 121. Beyond barrier. Let's begin. What do you see in the picture? Which colors do you see in the picture? What does the blue color signify? Let's read. It was Sunday. Barun lay sick on his bed. He was very sad as he could not join his friends Ravi, Pinky and Osman for a picnic. Barun's mother came into the room and asked him, "How are you feeling, son?" Page 122. They must be having such a lot of fun at the picnic, mother, he said, sounding miserable. Don't be sad, Barun. Here is something for you that will lift your spirits. She gave him a book on India's space travels. On the cover of the book was a picture of Rakesh Sharma, the first Indian in space. As soon as Barun started reading the book, he forgot all about his sadness. Barun came to know that Rakesh Sharma was born in 1949 in Patiala in the state of Punjab. He was educated at St. George's Grammar School, Hyderabad, and Kendriya Vidyalaya, Tirumalagiri, Hyderabad. He joined the National Defence Academy as an Air Force cadet in July 1966. On 3rd April 1984, Rakesh Sharma went on a journey to space on Soyuz T-11, a space shuttle. He spent 7 days, 21 hours and 40 minutes in space. He was asked by the then Prime Minister of India, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, what India looked like from space. He replied, "Sare jahan se acha, the best in the world." What drove? Miserable, very sad, cadet, trainee, space shuttle, a vehicle to carry people and animals in space. Activity 1. Let's find out and write down facts about Rakesh Sharma. A. Place of birth. What drove? Ruffle made the hair uneven. Barun came to know that Rakesh Sharma was born in 1949 in Patiala in the state of Punjab. He was educated at St. George's Grammar School, Hyderabad, and Kendriya Vidyalaya, Tirumalagiri, Hyderabad. He joined the National Defence Academy as an Air Force cadet in July 1966. On 3rd April 1984, Rakesh Sharma went on a journey to space on Soyuz T-11, a space shuttle. He spent 7 days, 21 hours and 40 minutes in space. He was asked by the then Prime Minister of India, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, what India looked like from space. He replied, Sare jahan se acha, the best in the world. What drove? Miserable, very sad, cadet, trainee, space shuttle, a vehicle to carry people and animals in space. Activity 1. Let's find out and write down facts about Rakesh Sharma. A. Place of birth. Page 123. Year of birth. B. C. Name of schools attended. D. Year of joining the National Defence Academy. E. Total time he spent in space. Activity 2. Write T for true and F for false statements. A. The space shuttle was named Soyuz T-11. B. Rakesh Sharma went into space in 1985. C. Mrs. Indira Gandhi spoke to Rakesh Sharma. D. Barun got the book on India's space travels from his mother. E. Osman and Barun were friends. Activity 3. What do you want to be? Give reason for your choice. Write 5 sentences begin like this. I want to be a... Let's continue. Barun's mother came back into the room. She asked her son, so, did you like the book? Page 124. It is a wonderful book, mother, Barun replied happily. I am reading about Rakesh Sharma right now. So you are reading about the first Indian to go to space, said his mother. She sat on the bed beside her son and asked him, have you heard about Kalpana Chawla? Barun closed the book and put his head on his mother's lap. His mother ruffled his hair lovingly and said, you will read all about her but later. Now have your lunch and take rest for a while. Barun started reading about Kalpana Chawla in the evening. Kalpana Chawla was born in 1962 in Karnal in the state of Haryana, nicknamed Montu by her family. She went to school at the age of 3. Later, she studied aeronautical engineering from Punjab Engineering College, India. In 1982, Kalpana went to the USA to study at the University of Texas at Arlington. In 1988, she took up the job of a research scientist at NASA Ames Research Center in Sunnyvale, California. In November 1996, Kalpana joined the STS-87 mission aboard Space Shuttle Columbia. The mission flew in November to December 1997, during which Kalpana spoke with the then Prime Minister of India, Mr. Inderjit K. Gujral from the orbit. On 16 January 2003, Kalpana again went into space. She was on board the Space Shuttle Columbia. After a successful flight, Columbia was lost with its crew during re-entry into Earth's atmosphere on 1st February 2003. A hill on Mars and a star in deep space have been named after Kalpana. Her story shows the value of hard work and sincerity that is remembered even after one's death. What drove? Ruffle. Made the hair uneven. Mission. Task. Crew. Team. Activity 4. Page 125. Find answers from the text. Walk in pairs. A. Where was Kalpana Chawla born? B. Where did Kalpana go in 1982? C. What was Kalpana called by her family? D. What was the name of the space shuttle that was lost? E. When did Kalpana die? F. What has been named after Kalpana? Activity 5. Let's read the words. Pinky, Ravi, Soyuz T-11, Rakesh, Kalpana, Columbia, India, USA, Haryana, California, Barun, Osman. All these words are names. Now fill in the table. One is done for you. Name of person, Pinky. Name of place, India. Name of things, Soyuz T-11. Page 126. Activity 6. Complete the following sentences with information from the text. 1. The first Indian in space was. 2. Kalpana took up the position. 3. Kalpana's story shows. 4. The Indian Prime Minister Kalpana talked to was. Let's learn. First man in space, Yuri Gagarin, April 12, 1961. First woman in space, Valentina Tereshkova, June 16, 1963, first man to walk in space, Alexei Leonov. March 18, 1965, first woman to walk in space, Svetlana Savitskaya. July 25, 1984, first animal in space, Laika. November 3, 1957. Activity 7. Look at the table given above and make 10 sentences. You may begin like this. The first man in space was Yuri Gagarin. 127. Let's learn. Let's read the following sentences. They are enjoying the picnic. The words are enjoying show a continuous, ongoing action that takes place in the present but has not finished yet. Such verb forms are called present continuous tense. We use the present continuous tense to talk about activities that are going. Example, the boys are playing on the field. We can also use the present continuous tense to talk about activities happening around in the present and not necessarily this very moment. Example, I am reading a really interesting book now. The present continuous tense is also used to talk about activities about to happen in the near future, especially for future events that are already planned. Example, Polly is coming for dinner tomorrow. Activity 8. Let's fill in the blanks with the present continuous forms of the verbs given in brackets. 1. Rina dash bracket study for her exams at the moment. 2. Where dash bracket you meet Ravi next week. 128. 3. Pinky bracket come to my place tomorrow. 4. They bracket play football now. 5. The company bracket finish their project this week. 6. She dash bracket eat oysters for lunch. 7. Rubina dash bracket not go to Kolkata next week. 8. I dash bracket work on a special report today. 9. We dash bracket not cook dinner this evening because we are eating out. 10. Borun dash walk bracket walk to school right now. Let's recite. Zoom, 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 I am going to the moon. Zoom, 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 I'll get there very soon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 I am going to the moon. Page 129. Rakesh Sharma and Kalpana Chawla wanted to become astronauts from their childhood. Tell your friend what you want to be when you grow up. Activity 9. Write 10 sentences about your experience of seeing the night sky. You may use the following points. Time of seeing, appearance of the sky, what you saw, your feelings, conclusion. Let's work together. Make a poster. Take a sheet of chart paper, make a sketch of the space shuttle, color it, display it to your class. পঞ্চম শ্রেণীর ইংলিশ টেক্সট বুক এখানেই শেষ হলো।